rather individuals, including teachers, who, because they have overstayed in some schools, have arrogated to themselves the power that they do not have. Some of them try as much as possible to even control the school managers of where they've been, and that is why many of them have been able to call the shots in those schools. So these lamentations, it is mostly coming from especially those who are holding the position of examination officers, teaching masters in the case of boarding schools, and some senior teachers as well, who felt that they ought not to have been shifted from where they are, having felt that they've been able to establish themselves in those schools. As it is, we have some teachers who have served in one school for upward of 16 to 17 years, while some may have served for less number of years. But again, the ideal thing to do most of the times, if you are growing in ranks, as you earn promotions, you are also supposed to move, because that is how you grow within the education industry, and indeed in all other industries that you
their life, they are in one school and they have retired. But the side effect of this is this. Dr. Tantala, if you have a teacher in a school that is an expertise on a specific subject and is always there morning, afternoon, evening, and those students that are in that school, they are coming out with a better grade. What I know is this, Dr. Tantala, if transfer wants to take place, at least they inform all these principals. They know those who are not really good so that they will transfer them to other schools. Like, let me give you an example. Like, if you do Fulani secondary school, they call it model science secondary school now. There's a teacher there that is very good in English. Morning, afternoon, evening is there. And they have transferred him. And I don't think they are going to bring a plastic teacher that is going to take English like him. In that case, we are expecting Fatima Tarakenem. So they have to be too calculative before doing all these things sometimes. Thanks for your bit.
Okay, thank you so much, Jebu. But I want to also let you know that there is what we call improvisation. Sometimes you have a particular teacher who is sitting in subject area, but he's equally good in another subject area. So if there is no subject teacher in that area, he's going to improvise to take over that particular course. I'm just being joined now by the Director of and Measurement, Ministry of Education, Niger State, Alhaji.
you're supposed to teach. And when we are taking you out of that school, we are taking you to that school to teach that subject we saw in the staff list.
So improvisation here is what
that is what happened to some of those teachers. But I'm assuring you, like we said, whatever we are doing, the ministry is an open door policy we are operating. We receive a lot of complaints and they've been taken care of. Like the posting we did for principal, we receive a lot of bashing. People heard we have demoted some vice principal to classroom. We demoted principals to classroom simply because in their staff list shows they are not qualified to be. But when they came up with their fact and figure, go and check the posting. They have been taken, we reposted them to the same position they're supposed to be.
Some of them.
Almost all of them.
Okay.
Anyone you see that we didn't, which means he didn't come up, which means it's having a fake result.
Okay.
It's having that. So whoever you had complaining, our doors are open. We don't longer hide, we don't longer feel anything when we are doing things because we are doing it because we know it's our responsibility, it's our schedule to do that job. Dr. Dantala, let me shock you. When you go to this list, you see we have deployed 25 local education directors in the whole 25 local government. And I can beat my chest. We have the best teachers in public schools. We have the best teachers in public schools. The only challenge we're having, we lack supervision and monitoring. And that was why the Honorable Commissioner said, let's create in the 25 local government education directors, area directors. And the same area directors will be, that office will fill with staff, which we have done that, they will monitor schools under their local government. So you see now, a set of directors will monitor some, maybe in some local government there are no more than 15 schools. So they only have 15 schools to monitor. There will be proper and efficient monitoring in the system this time around. Doctor, His Excellency made a pronouncement, 2025, health and education. Is it the way we still want to remain? We just have to prove to him that yes, we are capable of doing what is expected of us. Because these are things we are lacking, and that's why we cannot checkmate what is happening in the education system. Everybody did what he wants. I want teachers that are listening to us today to be fair to ourselves. Let everybody go and check what he has this last month. Governor has promised us, and we have seen it. The pay take-up home we had, everybody that is in the education sector will tell you that he has seen difference.
Okay, I thank you so much. We are still battling with time. Alhaji Hassan, one of the nagging issue that has been made by most of these teachers, especially those who were affected, or those who are not affected, was the fact that some of these teachers who are likely to have godfathers among the politicians may fight their way back to their old stations. I don't know if the pressure is already on.
Yeah, of course, pressure is on. But I want to assure you that there's no going back. We are not going to report anything unless on a genuine course.
If you do one, you are likely to do many.
No. I don't think we can do that. You see, let me just say something here now. Of course, politicians are there, and they would like to be influential on this. But I want to assure you that the committee is will be firm on it, very firm on it. We will not revert, except on rare cases, because there's no perfect work. Yes.
And in addition to that, Doctor, you see, like we said, about stay in the school. I think I want to assure you one thing. If you are posted to Bahago and you complain because of distance, which you quite agree, we will not stop us from we won't take you to GSS, but you go to Limawa. But not that same school you are complaining, you are taking from. not that same school. We have agreed on that, and we have given that right that even if there is a complaint, that person must not go back to the same school he come from.
So distance and proximity were also
taken care were also considered.
Okay.
Like, and we have a case, somebody that was staying in Mina for the past 3-4 months and 3-4 years, but going to Paiku to teach. Now, when we are doing this posting, we posting further ahead of Paiku, because we believe it is some local government. In our staff list, we don't know where you are coming from, but we know where you are staying. If you are teaching in Paiku, we should know you are living in Paiku.
Exactly.
So the complaint came that somebody from Mina, we took him further than, thinking that they are bringing him back to Mina. I said, why should we bring him to Mina? Somebody from Paiku, is not possible.
The transfers were done according to the local government.
If you see anyone outside the local government, it's a request. Okay. Requests are also considered, because there is a request. A woman got married to her husband. They were living in Mina. Now the husband is transferred to Sabomusi. We can't say no, because we still have school there.
Exactly.
So you see her transferred to Sabomusi, and we may likely have the same case that I will coming back to Mina. So we look at the request, then we now
try to balance the equation.
We have done that, and that's why the noise is not much.
Okay, Alhaji Hassan, you want to say something?
Yes, of course. I just want to share an experience personally. You know, I was a principal before coming to ministry here. There was a time I was transferred out of that local government even. Actually, as a principal, and the people and the students were crying that I should not go. I said I must go. This is civil service rule. And here I am. Aside that school, I posted to several schools before I come down to minister as a director. And those schools are faring well. Is it because I'm the only person that can man the schools?
Others came with their own experiences.
Of course, very good. Change of scenario to teach your environment is very, very crucial in teaching situation.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to the we've missed this one. Jafar Ibrahim Dundiga is saying, good morning. The recent mass transfer of teachers in Niger State has raised several concerns that warrant attention. While transfers can be a necessary aspect of administrative restructuring, the scale and timing of this exercise demands scrutiny. Key issues that need to be addressed include disruption of academic continuity. The sudden transfer of teachers can disrupt the learning process, particularly for students in critical exam years. Maybe those in the SS
Okay, let me.
And then secondly, he said geographical challenges. Transfers to remote or hard-to-reach areas may pose logistical and safety challenges for affected teachers. Number 3, impact on teacher morale. Mass transfers can lead to demotivation and decrease job satisfaction among teachers, ultimately affecting their performance. By doing so, we can minimize the negative consequences of this exercise and prioritize the well-being of both teachers and students.
Thank you, Jafar Bidniga. You made the long submission. But the last one you just said, the welfare of the teachers, I have answered that.
Exactly.
And the other one you said, geographical challenge, I have answered that. We have taken care of
exactly.
That. The disruption of academic continuity is what I'm going to attend to now. Jafar, I believe we all know that education is a continuous process. Teachers have what they call the lesson plan. We have what we call the lesson, the scheme, syllabus where we entered. And we didn't do this transfer second time. We wait first time so that every teacher must have entered his scheme. Whatever the student is supposed to be taught is already there. So any teacher coming to teach that so they will control from there.
Exactly.
So there is no destruction of academic activity in that aspect. One advantage is this. Sometimes our SS3 student, the teacher is tired of them because they don't come, they don't do this thing. Now they have seen another person, new person. He will take his time to teach them to get to what they want. There is an advantage to what we have done. It will even add value. Even the person that, why are we having so much challenges in our school system? Students not respecting teachers. It's because the first they have been seeing for long. Observe one thing, the very first time they post a new teacher, he will earn the respect of the students.
Exactly.
And they have that fear, they don't want to offend him. And that is why the wisdom is transferring the teacher every 5 years come in the teacher career path policy.
Okay, let's go to the line. Hello, good morning.
Dr. Dantala, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Dantala.
Yes, make it snappy. Our time is fast spent.
Yes. The policy is very good, but when you look at it, we should always considering when we are to apply a policy. There are times that transfer is good, there are times that transfer is not necessary. Most especially with the current economic situation we have. I want the guests in the studio should always put this into consideration. Majorly, the proximity they are talking about is very, very important, because you don't expect a teacher should be transporting himself because of the salary he's taking. If, for example, a teacher is taking 70,000 naira, let's assume that, and at the end of the day, the transportation will be exhausted, or the 70,000 naira will be exhausted on that same transportation. Please, I want there should be a consideration. That is one. Then secondly, transferring a staff is very important, but what is the essence of taking a staff from a particular place when there is going to be a drawback or a setback or a fallback? Those things should be very, very inconsiderate. On the other part again, majorly, transfer used to be based on connection, or somebody who is going to pay homage, or somebody who make a payment towards that. So those things should be taken away so that the right thing should always be done. But on my own part, this is not even the time for us to be talking about transfer because of the kind of situation we are facing. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, you see, every question, every problem has a solution.
Exactly.
Like, I want to believe most of this agitation has been addressed, but the only one that baffles me when he said transfer is not necessary, looking at the present situation we are. Now, I want him to look at the schools in major states. How poor, how things are going out of hand. What are the steps are we supposed to take care of all these things? We are doing this thing for the betterment of these our own children.
Exactly.
If you have children in school, you should take time to look at their books, lesson books and things like that. You know we have issues. And to address this issue, you have to start with the teachers. Let people not forget, we did this transfer in segment. This is the senior section transfer we have done.
Okay.
And we have reason why we did that. So if somebody is saying the timing, and I said the timing is the perfect time. This is second time. We are coming in second time, and the transfer came out exactly the week we are resuming. So everybody knew where it's supposed to go to.
Exactly. Okay, let me come back to Alhaji Hassan. Assuming a certain staff refused to report to his news station, because there are those who may still be recalcitrant about this transfer and may still be pursuing to reverse the transfer and may not want to report to their news station.
Thank you very much, Dr. Antala. As I said, the ministry that is on way of handling that situation. Seriously, I will sanction them. For instance, let me give you an example. A principal was posted to assume office as an area director, and he refused. Until the very end, when I called him, I say he has to go and hand over that school and assume his duty as area director. And I told him that if he didn't, the ministry will sanction him. And he did that over the weekend. So the ministry have its own ways of handling such situations, and will handle it right. They have to report. They have to assume. They have no option. Unless on genuine, as I said, genuine cause.
And that has
we must have an evidence, yes?
That has to be brought to the notice of the ministry.
Of course, yes. Officially, with document. Maybe like ill health. Ill health can make us to revert. Ill health.
Okay, Alhaji Asab, this is one aspect regarding discipline of teachers in respect to this transfer. Assuming a certain school do not want to let go of a teacher because they assume he's very important in the system, and there appears to be some kind of underhand dealings. What will the ministry do? Because all of these things are likely to happen.
Dr. Dantala, let me put it this way. Any principal that refused to let a teacher that is transfer from school to another school, that teacher is incompetent. Is incompetent because the principal of the school, the head of the school, supposed to administer and monitor the activity and ginger people to work under him. And that principal should know that he is not the first principal to be with that teacher. There was a principal before him. Then he was doctor. Most of these principals have been transferred to another to a new school. They met those teachers, which means he cannot be able to build other teachers to be like that same person that is leaving.
Exactly.
Any principal that did that, I'm assuring you, that principal is incompetent. I won't mention that. You know what it means.
Okay, let's pick this last call. Hello, good morning.
Very quickly, let me add this. Have you checked on the morality of the teachers you are transferring? Now, if a teacher who has a family, you are transferring to another place now. Is he going with his family? Are you giving him allowance as commissioner to take care of his family, taking them to another location? And then if you are not doing that, are you saying he should go and marry another woman?
Madam, all of these transfers are done within the local government.
Within the same environment. Nobody take any staff outside the local government.
Yes,
if you see somebody in a distance area, you just on request. I see.
Yes.
Say it's on request.
From Hilltop to Zarumai, definitely. Okay, Awal Musa is saying kudos to the former governor Umar Mohamed Bago and the Minister of Education Management in persons of Director of School Services and Director Test and Measurements. We expect competency test soonest. Please, not just the paper qualifications obtained.
Yeah, we have. If you can, we just finished training teachers, and I heard it over the radio today that those that are trained have not been paid. That shocked me.
Some of them.
That some have not been paid. That shocked me. As far as ministry is concerned, the person that did the training, money was given for their payment. Maybe the banks. I don't know.
Okay,
but I don't think. And whosoever is not paid, they don't come up. That is my problem with people. You know the ministry. You know us. We come to radio and make noise. And you have our number. Call us, say, sir, we have not been paid this to know. We'll follow up your money, wherever the money is.
because the money has been released.
It has been released. So I want to appeal to those teachers that they said they are not being paid. Sorry for that, but I want to assure it's not the ministry fault, but let them come up. Okay. Definitely they will get their money within this week, next week.
Thank you so much. Okay, Alhaji Hassan Mohammed, your final word?
Well, transfer is a necessity. It's a civil service rules and regulations, and which must be complied with. So I join all the staff that are transferred and posted to comply immediately.
Okay, thank you so much. Alhaji Asab.
Yeah, I want to appeal to parents. It's always heartbreaking seeing children going to school 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. And one of the reasons is because of maybe the negligence of us as managers of those schools. Even though the parents have their own, but we too have. And that is the stages we are taking to do the changing. When everybody knows that you will not be spared when you refuse to do your work, then you definitely do it.
You definitely do it. Thank you so much, Alhaji Asab Abdullahi, the Director of Test and Measurement, Niger State Minister of Basic and Secondary Education. We also had Alhaji Hassan Mohammed, the Director of Schools and Educational Services, Minister of Basic and Secondary Education. We sincerely appreciate your calling. It came very late, sorry, and I've been so disturbed, and I was so equally disturbed personally. I said that we have to address this matter so that it can lie low for a very long time, so that the ministry can forge ahead. We sincerely appreciate your prompt response to our calls. Thank you so much, listeners, those who have called and those who have sent in their text messages. We appreciate your contribution this morning. And for the affected teachers, the kitchen master, the exam officer, please report to your new station and with immediate effect. Thank you so much. Stephen Jab wrote us live on our Facebook page, and Ahmed Issa Sakpe has been the DC on duty this morning. My name is Mohammed Antela Ali, hoping that you continue to remain good citizens of Niger State.